The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Darrell Martin.
Alrighty, folks, going back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour, and let's check out where the markets are at right now. We got the S&P is up 7 points, the Nasdaq is up 26, Russell is currently down a little over 1 point on the day. We got the Dow up 24. Gold right now is down 4.6, and we got silver is currently up 0.017. And we got copper moving up slightly as well. Oil is up $1.54, so some nice moves on oil. We got natural gas. It's currently up 57 ticks. We got corn up 5.5 points. We got soybeans negative, down 2 points. And we got bonds up 1.12, some nice move in bonds. We got dollar index, King dollar getting knocked down a little bit, down 0.169 at the moment. Looking on over at euro dollar. Euro dollar is up 29 pips. We got euro yen up 11. We got euro pound down 38. Pound dollar's up 136. We got pound yen moving big up 133. And going into U.S. yen is down 30. Aussie yen down 12. Aussie dollar is up 13. Dollar franc down 25. And the dollar CAD is down 6 pips on the day. All right, well, that gets you caught up for your, like I said, our just regular daily lunchtime wrap. Let's go ahead and hop on over and check out a few things. Let's bring up the news, and we talk about that each day. Go into a few of the trade setups that are on there, and put together some other pieces for you. And let's walk through the different news trades that we got. I want to pull up my news plan. I went over some of these with you on Tuesday, and we talked about some of the trades you could do this week and walk through them, and let's just see how those worked out for you, okay? So give me 1 minute, and I'll pull up a chart, and we'll walk through them, just trying to get one piece up over here. But all the charts I have right now are loaded with all sorts of stuff on them. Let me get a simple, nice, clean chart. All right, so give me 1 more minute. There we go. Let's go back and let's look at some of the news we were talking about last week, or earlier this week on Tuesday, and then we'll just sort of step through them for you, okay? And let me bring up my news plan over here. And then we can, like I said, walk through each one step by step. Starting on, let's see, what do we have here? The 19th, we had a pound trade. So let's go on in here. We'll pull up the pound dollar. Okay. And on the pound dollar, they had their bank rate votes, their assets purchase facility votes, and what it said is, hey, watch out, looking for a straddle potentially on this trade. We're looking to get in at 11 for 7 a.m. We're expecting a minimum of a 40-tick move, probably a lot more than that, so let's go for a straddle. This is not a condor trade. So if we go over here to the 19th, and we get in on the trade, so right there we're getting in, the 18th going into the 19th, we have a massive move right there in the morning. Let's see here. So, yeah. So right there on the evening here, we hop in, and 11 p.m., about an 11 p.m. entry, and you can see that flies on down. We actually get to a low down here of 199 pips on the chart. So a nice big move on the pound dollar chart there, 199 pips. So just a massive, excellent straddle setup. And you should have cleaned up pretty well, at least at a 1-to-1, if not, if you had to take profits in there, if not better. The next trade we were looking at was Canadian wholesale reports. So let's go on in here, go to the dollar CAD. And we'll click on that report. And we were looking at, let's see, this is for the 20th. And we expected it to be somewhat flat between 8 and 10 a.m., saying the report usually doesn't have a very big move. So if we hopped in here and let's zoom in a little bit. Okay. And on this trade, we would have got in at 8, and let's see, where did it end up at 10? Because that's really what matters on the trade. So 8 to 10 o'clock close there. We got 19 pips of movement. Okay, so what we did is I said, go in here, and I said, buy, basically put on an iron condor, which we're doing these on Nadex, nadex.com, and we're using the spreads, okay? And basically saying that it's going to stay within a 30 pip range. And so what we want is we want basically a 30 tick, okay, or 30 pips of profit minimum between the two spreads. So the spread will say max profit equals 15. Spread, max profit equals, 12, 15, 18, whatever. On the bot spread, which is the lower spread, it'll have really high risk. It'll have like 70 pips of risk or something like that. But between the bot spread and the sold spread, we go in and we do the opposite of what most people do. Most people go in, they just try to straddle all these high impact events, which most of them are not high impact events. And they may be highly impactful for the market as a whole, but the actual event itself, they usually don't move that much. And so we go in and we basically collect the premium instead of pay it. And you can see right here, we said, hey, go in, look for elite. Basically, we think there's going to be 30 pips or less of movement. So let's go ahead and grab that. And right there, there's 19 pips. So on this one, you would have netted, $10 on the trade. It wouldn't have been a full big profit trade, but still, nevertheless, profitable trade. Now again, you can do 1, you can do 10, you can do 100. I mean, it can get a lot bigger, and you don't have to take on the max risk. Just like on any other trade, you can get out to lower that down. Let's see, we had our weekly oil inventory report coming on out. So let's see how the oil inventory did. I'll pull that up. And that was here on the 20th. Not the biggest move that we usually get, but a little bit smaller inventory report overall. But let's see here. What do we have? You're going in, and report comes out right at 10:30. And so what kind of oscillation do we get on the trade? About 88 pips of movement on the trade. So you might be able to pull off a strangle if you get a cheap strangle on. I mean, it did have a nice pop down. Make sure you have that 1-to-1 take profit on there. Also, I mean, if we just look at, where it started here. So if we go in, there's 10:30. Let's go back to 10 o'clock. And some traders may look at doing, iron condors, depending on what kind of premium they can get. So we go like 10 and we go to 12 and go, what is the actual net movement on oil inventory? So right there. It's only 13 pips. I mean, it moved big. So as long as you took profit, you should have been solid on that trade. But you also could have just done a neutral trade, let it flop around, and then come right back up. So, and usually you will see it spike and pull back. And that's why I like the iron condor so much, because you don't have to be so spot on the taking profit part. We can go on over. We have the pound retail sells. Let's see here, last night, and let's see how that looked. And now let me pull up here. There we go. So the pound retail sales report. And we were looking at an iron condor. This one was a little bit bigger move. So let's see here. We started off at 11 o'clock. And a much larger move than normal on this trade. Let's see here. And going to 11 p.m. going to 7 a.m. Just a massive move, 127 pips. So that's one where, that's why you use the stop losses on that one. That's when you would have lost 35 pips on, because you want to set it at that 1-to-1. So definitely be out of that trade. It went against us. So usually not that big of a move on those reports. I mean, I want to make sure I'm looking at the right. Wait a minute, am I looking? I think I am. Yeah. So make sure I'm looking at the right date on that report. So I'm going to go back in and check it. Let's see. I may be looking at the wrong date on the chart. Let's see. We had bank rates Wednesday, and then Thursday we had our retail sales. Yep. So that was today. Yeah. So it was just a lot bigger announcement than normal, and they did come in pretty high. They came in at 1.2 on expectation of 0.4, and they lowered the previous release though down to negative 0.7. They dropped it 0.7. So it's a pretty big revision that they changed. But overall, I mean, it's one of the best reports they've had in, this actually it's the best report they've had this year. So that one took off, and what we're looking for is we're looking at 10 out of 12 of these to be profitable on the trades that we do on the news. So we're always using the probabilities to put them in our favor. And so not too bad. Let's keep going. We'll look at a couple other trade setups when we get back from this break.
Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Darrell Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. Darrell takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And so we're looking at our various different news reports over here. We're walking through them all step by step. And like I said, I went through each one of these with you on Tuesday to make sure we had them all covered, but wanted to make sure we went over them today to sort of a wrap up, a review of the trades. So let's look at, we got euro dollar over here. The retail sales report for this morning came in, and we put on this trade 9 to 11 usually, which is pretty, and the trade is usually very flat. So let's see if that happened today. If we go over here, we look at 9 a.m. We drag this on over to 11 o'clock. Right there, 8 ticks. We're looking for 25 pips, which means the net difference there, we got 18 pips of profit. So another good, simple, easy trade where we just put it on and basically let the paint dry and collect the premium. Whereas a lot of traders are trying to go in there and make, hold, I'm going to euro dollar right then. And we're saying, hey, it's 30 pips is all you should expect. And it really is just a chop of your time. You can tell just by looking at the price action right there. And so understanding this news, even if you're not trading the news, knowing what news is coming out, how it impacts that, currency pair, can really help you in your own trading plan itself to not get caught up in chop and different things like that. Or just really volatile markets that could take you off guard. We also had the natural gas report. Let's go on over and look at Nadex and check it out. So we usually look at doing a straddle or strangle on these reports. Hopping in, and what kind of movement did we get from 10:30? Release came out, and we got a pretty massive move. You definitely got a strangle on right there. And notice it also pulled back. So if you're doing like a 9 to 11 with an iron condor, you probably were also profitable. So you could have done literally a strangle and an iron condor. Had 2 different trades going at the same time, and potentially had some really good profits on those. And when you get these kind of spikes, this kind of volume spike, I mean, do not ever be surprised to see a massive pullback. And that thing pulled all the way back. I mean, and that's insane. That's a massive bar, and pulled all the way back, flew back up. And now it's pulling literally all the way back down. That's some great price action right there to take advantage of. A lot of different ways to trade that. And, one of those just simply being, looking for the high volume spike and then the pullback. And then it goes back in. And we're looking at, a nice move there. What kind of move we got? Let's pull up our fibs over here. And let's go from our low to our high. So there's our 50% marker on the low to the high. And over here, we go on, what about from the report? Like right there at 10:30 on the release. Then we got about 76 pips on that report. Let's see, what else can we do? Let me check out. Okay. Hopefully that helped out a little bit. And we'll get 76 pips on that. Let's check out the fib move. Come on. There we go. And fib move on this one. Basically, yeah, we got our 50% move, which is also nicely at the 0.5 deviation level. So it pops up to that. And when it starts breaking back below it again, runs on back down. And basically just now breaking back below that point, or that 50% retracement from the low to high, and still moving down with some pretty strong volume. And let's see what's happening when we're getting these peak volumes. We are getting some continuation patterns. So yeah, we got to continue to move on down. And a lot of movement in natural gas. It's a great instrument to trade, but it's really dangerous to trade on the futures market because it can just move so fast or so much that you may want to check out potentially trading it over on the North American Derivative Exchange, where you have defined risk on any 20-year trades. Going on in, just to get you ready for from now till Tuesday, we got a CPI, core CPI coming out tomorrow morning. We're looking at about a 25 pip move on the euro dollar, so we'll be looking for a 25 minimum profit iron condor on that one. Getting it at 7 for a 9 a.m. expiration. We got a CAD report coming out, and for the various reports coming out on the USD CAD. And we'll be looking for a $30 minimum profit, entering at 8 a.m. for a 10 a.m. expiration. Be aware, Euro ECB Draghi is going to be speaking, and we'll talk about that and a few other things for you right after this.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And what we're looking at over here is tomorrow Draghi's going to be speaking. Let's see, what is that speech going to be about? He'll be speaking at the ECB Forum on the Central Bank, doing a speech in Portugal titled Inflation and Unemployment in Europe. So obviously there could be some volatility on that. It is a Friday. This is probably going to be the big volatility event, but and I'm trying to see, he has that one, and I think he has one other speech. He has so that's his 4 a.m. talk, okay? So just be aware that he has a 4 a.m. little speech. And then he has another speech. He's participating in a panel discussion at the ECB Forum on the Central Bank, again titled Unemployment in Europe and Portugal. So I guess he has two different speaking slots. It is interesting because he has the exact same, looks like it's listed as the exact same forum and title. Let's see. Just speaking in the ECB Forum. Okay, so he's going to speak in the, I don't know, whatever the forum is. And then he's going to be in the panel discussion. There shouldn't be anything new come out of his mouth at 9:30, okay? I wouldn't think from what happens in the forum at 4 a.m. So I'd definitely be checking out what happened at 4 a.m. to see what happens at 9:30 as the retail U.S. market wakes up and sees what's happening and what he says, because it'll sort of reinforce what he just, said, hours earlier. But it's, it's just good to be aware of that. And it's also good to be aware of like, hey, oh no, Draghi's speaking. Well, he's talking on the exact same topic 5.5 hours earlier. Okay, so there shouldn't be a lot of surprises come out of that. Carney is also going to be speaking on Friday. Bank of England governor, he's sort of, our Yellen, whatever. He'll be speaking for the pound there, and he's doing a panel discussion on the exact same topic. So they're all going to be out there. Be aware of that. So with that going on, and let's see. So Carney is also going to be speaking as part of that forum, and Kurata, so the Bank of Japan's Yellen's going to be speaking at that forum, and let's see, Yellen is not going to be participating in that because it's all about ECB, but she will be speaking at it. She has a small, it's like, she's going to be at a Chamber of Commerce meeting. Okay, this is not a, a lot of times they'll see Yellen talking. No, Yellen talking like before Congress. Yellen doing a press conference. That's a big announcement, okay? Maybe Yellen talking on, a big panel, okay? But Yellen just speaking like at the Chamber of Commerce, probably going to be minimal impact, if any. Okay? So just be aware of that you need to differentiate between, because people have traded when Yellen's talking, all of a sudden crap just goes like berserk or just goes choppy as crazy. And, well, that's like when she's testifying before Congress or when she's doing a speech, on the Fed announcement. Okay? So that's one of those like non-event events. Can stuff happen? Yes, but it's rare. Whenever it's just a little Chamber of Commerce meeting. Now, this whole forum thing, looks like the other guys are not talking at the same time. So, and there will be a Bank of Japan press conference as well. So there ought to be some good currency action happening here in the next 24 hours. Once this little forum is done, though, you're probably going to see most of the currency movement tomorrow pretty much dry up. So, somewhere after, 9:30, they're all talking. So by probably about 10 or 11, I wouldn't be surprised if we just saw the currency markets either just trend smooth or go completely flat. And it shouldn't take too long to figure out which one it's doing. But But anyways, that gets you sort of caught up on what's coming out there. Now, understand we do have a holiday, Memorial Day. It's coming up Monday. And so I want you to go out there and just relax, okay? Take some time off. And, that's one of the whole points, go to, a parade. And just, traders like they get so wrapped. They're like, well, Forex is still open, or I can still trade this. And so I don't care if you're new or if you've been around forever, you got to take some time off. Also, it's more dangerous going right, like trying to trade on a holiday and liquidity's wider. And, I can't stress enough how much you need to take time off. And, remember those who have served our country. And, make sure you call them, text them, Facebook them, just let them know that you appreciate those who have, and, a lot of people will be going out to cemeteries and, decorating and just remembering. So, take time off, reflect, remember, appreciate the freedom you have to be able to do what we do each day and those who make it possible. And then let's see here. So I want to get you ready also for Tuesday. What news reports do we have coming out? Again, it's going to be a post-holiday trading day, okay? But we got U.S. core durable goods and an iron condor 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. for a $30 minimum take profit on that one. And the last one we got coming up before the next show here is we'll have a variety of reports: consumer confidence, home sales, and manufacturing index. Coming on out 9 to 11 for a $30 minimum take profit. Okay? So those are the reports we have coming out between now and next Tuesday that you need to be aware of. And that wraps up our segment for the news trading plan. Let's see, the euro dollar, going on and looking back over that, switching gears on you. Some of the top announcements for the day. I think I made a switch to euro yen. Nope, got euro dollar. So it's keeping its gain, staying above 1.1, holding on to that. It came on down to it. And there's been some fun trading right around these levels here. I've had some nice trades I was doing on Nadex, actually, on the euro dollar at night as it's making these big moves around this week. And we got all these nice big round numbers just getting hit, and it's just moving like crazy. We're getting these nice big moves this week. And I've enjoyed it flying down, flying up, and I've been able to take advantage of some of that. So hopefully you have too. But I know I was trading over here at 3 a.m. I was up and it's flying down, and I was like, oh, man, this thing's like this ready to pop, and it pops right back up. I'm looking for a 50% retracement. I get the retracement, right back up there to the 1.11, and then it just, it's just been that's really been a major magnet level over here is this 1.11 level, and you can just see, it's just that nice round number. So part of magnets is round numbers, and don't forget that. Okay, always keep those in the top of your head as far as open, high, low, close, stuff like that. Well, what do you mean open, high, low, close? Well, you can look at opens for gaps, okay, compared to the close of yesterday. That'll often be a magnet. So you got gap magnets. You got hot, previous, days high and low magnet. You have, basically previous highs and lows magnets, and you got round number magnets. So those are just some of the magnets you can tie in. You can also do like 20, 50, 200. Those crossovers are often magnets as well. So on the moving averages. So just a little variety of magnet levels for you. You've heard me talk about them before. I went over them in detail on Tuesday on how to plot high volume magnets. But those are just some price action magnets that are very simple. Don't take any real hard analysis. You just throw them up on a chart and boom, you got to just look at, what's the previous day's high and low. And like Ninja has indicators for plotting that. Let's see here. What is it? Oh, gosh. I have it built into my other templates, so I just pull it up. But they do have a prior day, open, high, low, close. And if you don't want the, close, or you don't want the open, like you probably don't want the open of the prior day, you can just sort of go in here and make this transparent. So I'll go on there and I'll go to prior open and just get rid of that line. Okay. And you can choose whether or not you want the close. Like the only thing I use like really prior to close on is when obviously I'm using settlements for deviations, so those are already plotted. But if I want to look at like indices to see that time, the difference between the price, I can use that. But I mean, I already really sort of a waste of time considering I already have settlement on there. So I'll go in, I'll make that one transparent, and then I can just hit apply. And with that, it'll actually plot it on there. It can be a little bit harder to see, but we can go in before and it plots up. Basically, there's the previous day's high, previous day's low, and pull all that on the chart. Sometimes it may go in. If you want to go in, you can a little thicker to make it easier to read. So we'll go in. We'll make it like a. We're just gonna make it. Let's see. We'll do 6. Just real quick, just so I can show you what we're talking about, because you probably can't see it on the show there because it's so light. Make that a little thicker. There we go. So there I got my previous day's high, my previous day's low. And when I'm looking at all these lines, you get all these lines and what do they mean? And the main thing I'm looking for is when I tie magnets onto this and I tie highs, previous lows onto this and put all these numbers together, what I'm looking for is confluence, where things come together, okay? And the more confluence I have, that means that there's going to be a lot more orders there. That's the only thing it means, okay? Is because people are looking at these highs and these lows and these 50% retracements. High volume points is where they placed orders. There's a lot of memories there from people. Deviations are based on algorithms and expected moves and built into option pricing. And so it's just all like how the market works, where orders have been and where people are going to be looking at breakout trades. And round numbers are very psychological. If you traded for any amount of time, you've learned that. And just the more of these little things you tie together, this, without over cluttering at your chart being the big key, okay, then the more valuable they'll be. If you have 35 lines on your chart, it's not going to do you a lot of good. Might as well have 35 indicators. But, you pull it up, do your analysis, clean it up. And, I usually recommend you may have 2 charts. You may have one where you put a lot of stuff on there, but the other one you trade off of, okay? And sort of, form your battle plan and trade for the next day. Get that all ready to go. All right, so what else do we have to go into? We got the stocks Wall Street, a little bit higher as they sort of, thinking, hey, maybe they won't go in and, lower rates anytime soon. Of course, you never know what they're really going to do. Let's see here. So let's pull up the Dow, see where it's at right now. And so popping back up, it's edging back up. But, I mean, it dropped down and then pulled back up. And, there's just not a lot on there. It got a little bit of volatility yesterday, but it was really a flat volatility from that announcement that we had. So if we go in and let's see here, the FOMC meeting minutes. And one of the things I said is like, hey, we get volatility, but usually it's non-eventful volatility. Like it'll pop, and then just, doesn't really change much from where it started. And that's pretty much where we ended up. This wasn't really a massive change. We got some good movement, but wasn't a massive change. You should have been able to grab some good trades in there. Because it's a meeting minutes. It's just sort of, how are they looking at potentially changing rates? And I'm looking for the thing to go back down. I mean, I hate the market being up at highs. So you don't get near as many magnets, right? So I'll look over at other markets where I can find previous highs. So anyway, so speaking of, highs and lows and everything else, we got oil, got plenty of highs and lows above and below it. And so it's been moving around. It's edging lower as the dollar cuts losses after the data comes out, and it's moved on down to what level did it move down to today? Right to 1 deviation. It's the perfect deviation move. And you can also see that was also at what? That was pretty much yesterday's low right there, right? So it comes down, hits yesterday's low, spikes a little bit lower to 1 deviation, and pops right back up. So, again, we got that nice deviation move right to the deviation level. Let's see here. Going on in, we got European shares. They're recovering on the lows with a lot of mixed PMI data from the different ones that came out. We got natural gas up on the supply at 92 billion cubic feet. Just looking over some of the top headlines. Home sales released unexpectedly fall, so sort of hurting the housing recovery. And we got a new item of interest here, and that's the New York Stock Exchange is becoming into Bitcoin. So NYXBT, tracking the price of Bitcoin in US dollars. NYXBT, coming from, let's see, Coinbase. And they'll make a bulk of the NYXBT calculations. It will constantly be looking for reliability. But basically, they've made a Bitcoin index, so which is pretty cool. You could trade Bitcoin actually on where? You can trade them on Nadex. So Nadex has Bitcoin binary. So if you are into trading Bitcoin, but you don't want to get into the Bitcoin part, you just want to trade the massive fluctuations it often has. So that's a way to trade it with completely defined risk. Okay. Now it is going to be a little bit different exchange. Nadex uses the terabit Bitcoin exchange, but if you do want to get it on a chart, so they're going in and putting the pieces together, and I'm sure soon we'll be able to have enough history to actually pull something up, and that will be fun to play with, right? So finally we'll get some real chart data on the Bitcoin exchange into a workable data feed. All right, share there. We'll be back right after this.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy. A set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
If you're like me, You see the world's emerging nations as a very real opportunity, as these countries and their economies are developing right before our eyes. And you can rest assured that Everbank has spotted this opportunity too. In fact, they have just released the second running of their 5-year Market Safe Futures Economy CD. This is a CD that could really deliver, but you only have until June 11th to take advantage. Consider the facts. If the future economy's currencies beat the US dollar over the CD term, you'll get all of the upside at maturity. And should they lose, no worries. There's zero downside risk here, as you get back 100% of your deposited principal. Don't miss out. The June 11th funding deadline is quickly approaching. So hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN-CD for more information, including important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN-CD. Everbank is an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Join David White as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. So just going through, I was just looking through some of the New York Stock Exchange Bitcoin Index information. So just want to remind you, it's sort of funny, I was reading through this. They're saying, hey, a lot of people have avoided Bitcoin because of, the volatility. Well, that's actually great. You want volatility. Again, you can trade Bitcoin on Nadex, and you can go in there and you don't they don't have spreads on it, but they do have the binaries on it. So you can go in and do really low risk trades and take advantage of volatility. I mean, you want to be able to take advantage of volatility. So that's one of the simplest ways to do it without having to worry about it. And so if we go in and let's look at Nadex real quick and just walk through it. Give me 1 second. I'll pull it on up over here. And almost there. 1 second. I'm going to get the screen over. Okay. Pull that in right over here. Okay. So if we go in and just look at, we go to Bitcoin binaries, go to Bitcoin, and you can see that they have, their daily contracts, they have their weekly contracts, and I mean, if it's volatile, then take advantage of it. You can go in, you can actually open a chart. So if you want to go in and just open a quick chart, and see the Terra Bitcoin price index right there, back it on up, tighten it up right there, but you can go in and look at today's price action, and you can see it, moving quite a bit. That's just that one binary contract. Let's go in and pull up the settlement index. All right, so there's the actual settlement index, and you can see, I mean, the price, like, you got 25 to 40, 40 down to 24, but I mean, it's 235 to 236 between about 8 and noon. So about 235 to 236, almost 50. It's about a strike move right there. Actually, a pretty quiet day on Bitcoin. And we can go back and we can look at larger time frames. And let's see if they can pull all that data up. There we go. We got it. I'm trying to see what the max amount of data we can get. Okay. So there we go. So there's, I mean, just looking at 4-hour bars right there, and you can see some pretty nice movement from 298 down to 220 on the exchange. And here over the past, what is that? A couple months. And so some big moves, but then, like I said, we could always narrow it down. Let's grab this and zoom into the current month. And I mean, just a matter of 4 hours, you're getting 246 from 236. So I mean, you're getting about a 10-point move, which is more than a few strikes. So if you were able to go in and take advantage of that movement, when it's moving like that, I mean, you're talking about it going. Let's see, what would that be? That'd be what, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4, 5, 6 strikes or so of movement, which would be a very nice, potential return on the trade. And that's just in a matter of 4 hours. So obviously, it's like anything else. You need to chart it. You need to pay attention to it. You need to have a reason for the trade that you're doing. But obviously, it's catching on. New York Stock Exchange is now bringing an index on. Terabit has an index. The Terra, Bitcoin price index or exchange has an index. But there's some definite volatility and some cool ways that you can go in and take advantage of it. So if you've been curious about it, but you were a little nervous about the risk, the volatility, or just, trading it on an exchange, well, now you have your opportunity. All right, y'all have a great day, and I'll see you next time right here on the Diagnostic Trading Hour.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. You're watching Tiger TV.
Just close my eyes again. Climbed aboard the dream, weave a chain. Driver, take away my worries of today and leave tomorrow behind. Ooh, dream weaver, I believe you can get me through the night. Ooh. I've just closed my eyes again. Climbed aboard the dream, weave a train. Trying to take away my worries of today and leave tomorrow behind. The still may be some time.